What is up, go-getters? I'm going to say that this is going to be the only dropshipping video you will ever need, okay? So this is just going to be a face-to-face talk. I want to talk about whether or not dropshipping is still a good option for today in 2023, as well as talk to you about how dropshipping works and answer some frequently asked questions about dropshipping. So if you're new here, a big, huge welcome to this channel. My name is Alice Gordon. I am an e-commerce store owner of 11 years. I've been in e-commerce for a long time. I also own a pretty successful subscription box business as well. On the flip side, I'm also a coach for purpose-driven entrepreneurs. I help entrepreneurs to not only be profitable, but to also run and build joyful and purposeful businesses as well with ease and flow. So if that's something you're looking to do and you also would like to join my coaching community, I will leave the link to that community right in the description box so you can check it out and you can get started right away. All right, so let's get started. Dropshipping for 2023. Is it still alive? Is it still a good option for 2023? Can you still do it and be profitable at it in 2023? Absolutely, you can. It's just all about how you dropship. So first of all, let's start from the beginning. What is dropshipping? So dropshipping is basically when you are the middleman. You pick out the product, you list the product to your own store or marketplace, you market the products out there, and then when the customer comes in to buy it, they purchase it from you, but then you go and fill the order with wherever you're drop shipping the product from. Sometimes that process can also happen automatically if you are drop shipping from, let's say, a print-on-demand company like Teespring or Printful or Printify, which is my favorite. If you are drop shipping from a company like that, it makes it seamless. So let's just say right now there's a huge big demand and trend, people selling AI art and different things like that on Etsy. If you wanted to do that seamlessly and be able to drop ship that art to people on posters and things like that, you would basically plug your Etsy shop into a place like Printful. And once they get the order, they will immediately go fill in that for you and ship it directly to the customer. So technically you are drop shipping because you yourself are not doing the shipping. So that's what drop shipping is. If you have any questions about that, feel free to drop me some questions about drop shipping. Okay, so with drop shipping, where do I sell my stuff? Okay, you have a few different options when it comes down to drop shipping. Some people have no store. They sell their products live. So you would order a copy of your products, get your product in your hand and you would sell X amount of units. You would pretty much pre-sell those units and then you would drop ship those items to your customers. So some people have no store. They do a lot of live selling. Number two, the second thing would be have your own e-commerce store. My favorite e-commerce platform, I would say, is Shopify, but people are also using Squarespace, plugins on WordPress, Wix, which would probably be my least favorite, but there are some different places that you can do that, which means that when you do list a store to a place like that, you would be responsible for your own traffic. So you would definitely need to know some marketing strategies to be able to pull that off. The number three option is, of course, marketplace. When I say marketplace, I'm talking some of your local neighborhoods have marketplaces. As far as online marketplaces, you have the Facebook Marketplace, you have Etsy, you have eBay, places like that. Even Walmart is technically a marketplace now. Amazon is technically a marketplace now. So all these different platforms give you a place to sell. They almost like give you a booth for rent to be able to set up. And one of the good things about selling your product using a marketplace is that you don't have to worry as much about traffic. As long as you're using the right keywords, you're selling products that are hot products, trending products, things that people are looking for. You don't have to worry about solely being the person responsible for your own traffic. These sites that are marketplaces already have a lot of traffic coming to the website already. So that can kind of help you to get your foot forward when it comes to selling. So some of the questions that people ask about drop shipping, one of the main ones that I get on my drop shipping videos are, if they can get my products from Walmart, why should they buy it from me? Well, welcome to the world of e-commerce, my friend. That's how e-commerce works. You either sell or get sold. You're either on one side of the fence or you're on the other. So I want to let you know that your customers are not thinking like you are. They aren't on YouTube looking for drop shipping videos. Many of them have no idea what drop shipping is. So when they are out searching for a product, they're just like landing on your link or on your website or on your listing, and they're just like, this looks good, let's go. They're not comparing prices. So you do have some shoppers that are really bargain hunters. They're very familiar with shopping online, and they are going to, be bargain hunting and trying to see where else they can find it. People do look to buy from places that they can trust. So if you're looking to have your own website, you really do want to make sure that your website has everything that it needs so that people can trust buying from your website. And in my membership, I actually have a checklist for everything that you need to make sure your website has for people to be able to trust you. But welcome to e-commerce, my friend. That's how e-commerce works. People aren't worried about price comparison and things like that. They're just looking at what comes up first or what looks more appealing to them, all that kind of stuff. So that's how sales are made every single day. So those questions are stopping you from the green. So stop asking and start selling. So that's one question, but it's a very good question. I'm just joking. That's a very, very good question. Another question is, how do I hide the receipt? Well, for most websites, let's just say that you are drop shipping from Home Depot or you're drop shipping something from Amazon, you can always select and mark your item as a gift. Like, that's if you want to drop ship from retail stores. How would I list my products? How would I know where I should price my product? Well, there are a lot of apps that you can put right onto your computer. Just go to the Chrome App Store, whatever browser you're using, and look for some price comparison in shopping apps. You install them into your browser, and what happens is when you're looking for certain items, it's going to give you a list of all the stores, okay, that have that item the cheapest, and that's how you're going to kind of know how to get your price in the middle and how to be competitive, right? And you're also going to know where to buy your product from as well when it's time to fill that order. So that's how you are going to do that. So you're going to hide the receipt by marketing as a gift. Most stores have that gift option. When you mark something as a gift, most likely they will not include a receipt. What I do suggest that you do, though, is before you use a company as a supplier, make sure that you've actually marked an item as a gift and order yourself something cheap to see how that item comes to you, so that you don't have a bunch of angry customers because they have a receipt and they know how much you paid for. No, I would say they know how much the original price was. So once again, how this process works is the customer pays you, you take that money, and then you go and purchase the item from the website, okay, with the money that you made, and you keep the difference, which is your profit. In some cases, like if you sell on Amazon or different places like that, and do so at your own risk as well, because Amazon and certain marketplaces say up front, no drop shipping. So if you do it, you better do it right, because you're going to get banned if you don't do it right, okay? But some marketplaces will require you to have some money up front, okay? Because they're going to pay you on a pay schedule, but they're going to expect you to fill orders right away. So keep in mind, you may have to have some money invested to be able to start on certain marketplaces, but not all of them. Definitely check that out before you get started, okay? So that's how that process works. Let me think if I can think of anything else. Okay, so when we come down to suppliers, let's just say that you don't want to use a retailer in order to drop ship from a retailer. Let's say you really want to be legit. You want to be a legit drop shipping business. You really want to work with wholesalers. You really want to get that wholesale price. Well, the way that you would do that is you can research the wholesalers. You can use marketplaces like fair.com, abound.com, tundra.com to find them. As a way, as a directory to find them. And then you can start your own conversations with them off the platform and ask them whether or not they're willing to drop ship directly to your customers. Many of them will say no, many of them will say yes, but you have to do your research and do your due diligence. And there are also marketplaces out there that specialize in drop shipping too. I just have never really used those. So again, Is drop shipping for 2023? Yes, I think it can be. And just one thing I do want to plug in that I just thought of. What are the wrong ways to do this? Okay, one of the wrong ways to do this, guys. Back in the day, you could drop ship from anywhere. You could drop ship from China. You could drop ship from anywhere and people would just wait. Nowadays, China sellers are in the same US marketplaces. We're all in the marketplace together. So people know the difference between what's coming from China and what's not. So you have to be very transparent with people about what your process is and how you're getting things. And some people still don't mind waiting as long as you say on your store that it's going to be a wait. But what I want to tell you is that people don't want to wait for things and are not willing to wait for things as long as they used to be. And people are directly buying from a lot of the China companies, okay? Directly. They're in our marketplace. They're selling to your customers now. So basically the wholesaler is selling to your customers wholesale price. So people are hip about what's coming from China, what's coming from AliExpress, what's coming from Alibaba. So you have to get a little more clever than that, okay? Be very transparent about your shipping times. I would suggest doing your best to ship from within your own country, okay? Because people can get things a lot faster. If you can't do that, make sure that you are very transparent about your shipping times and dates and how long it's going to take to get things. So I hope that this video has answered many of your questions about drop shipping. I can't really think of anything right now, but if I left out anything, feel free to ask your questions in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them, guys, okay? So be blessed. Don't forget to check out the links in the description box. Definitely check out my coaching membership. Definitely check me out on Instagram and podcast. These are some amazing things. If you're into positivity, you're a positive business owner, these are some things that you'll love. So definitely check those out. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this has helped you and be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.